Hello everyone, Alex is here. Let's talk about amazing product, UPDF 2.0. Let's start. Have you ever think how you can literally change PDF that you have or take your handwriting conspects and finally work with them online? Everything and even more can be done with this amazing product. So this is the next generation level A-powered PDF editor, and that's true because it makes incredible things to do. So it's UPDF. You can also go to their website to briefly see what they're creating on. Incredible website, incredible information what they're having on here. And one of the most interesting things that I was amused on, it works on several devices. Like it can not only work, for example, on Mac or Windows. It's literally works everywhere on every device, iPhone, iPad, or any Android device, like everywhere. And that's quite incredible to work on with. And you can also see on these examples where you can just check to use them on. But that's interesting. Let's discover how we can practically work on that. So for working the best with this application, it's one simple rule to download that, and that's what we see here. Clean and instantly understandable UI design. So let me briefly say what we have here and how you can work on with that. So we see here on the bottom three things most important for you to know. Tools. Instantly access to work with some of the tools. For example, you're going and you have any ID card to scan with or any scan things. Or for example, you wanted to have a watermark for your work. All the things can instantly be done here, so you'll be able instantly to work with the tools that you need to have. Because when you're going to any other something like a PDF editor, because I think it's one of the best in the market, if it's not the best one, because you won't see such incredibly easy access to the tools. So you instantly know what to have and briefly go is to take the tool that you need to have on Wiz. And that's only the beginning. So we have the cloud thinking here. What is cloud? When you're clicking here, you can see on the left top side how many memory for your PDF documents you have. You have 110 gigabytes at least to have for your all the PDFs. I think from all of your life, it's quite incredible amount of that. So you can store them here, and the most important thing, you can share them. So you should not share and take the PDF that you have. You can share the link to edit it together, so you'll be able to see the comments, what to improve, etc., etc. that will be going on today. But currently, this is the thing that you should know how to access your documents. And the most important one, it's AI. So we have AI interface here, and you can easily work with any PDF that you want to. So an idea here is several of the tabs that we can see on the side. For example, I have been saying to extract some of the work, which any PDF you want me send, I'll make everything that you want to. Incredible. So let's go for our chat PDF. You can upload the file and ask anything about what is there. For example, you have conspect for 50 PDFs. Why not? Send them, discover, and get the information that is right for you. Or you want to, for example, sign the contract, read it. You can summarize it with your PDF, and everything just by done here. You can ask the chatbot what is done on the specific PDF. Everything's quite similar to use on Wiz. And one of the most interesting things that you can discover, I think the most even important thing that you can discover in such a tool is deep search and paper search. Like you can instantly discover what the topic, the paper title, the uncover connections that you wanted to see. The scholar research, just type and discover the specific topic information that you need to know. Everything in one place. So you can edit your PDF, work with your conspects, and instantly discover new information, just one, on the one place. And let's go to work with our files. Let's go to the contract, for example. Instantly, the interface, everything's understandable. On the left side is where we are right now and where we are going to. So we have comments, editing, forms, redact, and we can see some bookmarks, comments, everything that you want to discover right now and instantly to work with your form. Also, defining words, everything is right here. You can also discover such way of looking on, like what is the best for you. Let's go, for example, to our similar one, and let's go to UPDF AI. So here we can see UPDF AI to check out what we have on our page. We can have a chat with our chatbot. We can translate that. We can translate the whole PDF section, and very interesting thing, we can summarize the specific part of what you wanted to work on with. We can explain some part. We can have the chat project that we have here. Let's go back to our contract, paper research and deep research. Everything in one place to work on with your application. One of the most interesting things that I was incredible when I have been looking at that, it's editing. Like, just click edit, and voila, you're editing your PDF file. So when is really good to working on this? When you have, for example, your professor's original PDF file, and you can copy and you can change that in the way you'll be working on that. For example, the professor is going through all the things, you're changing that as you want to have. Or for example, you have your company that is creating a new things, a new feature, you can instantly go to their PDF file, check what should be done, what should be converted to the different way. So everything is much simpler to work on with editing PDF, and that's quite important here. You can add text, links, etc. You can add comment. You can also draw here everything for you to understand that when you wanted to really work with any of your PDF files can be done here. The most important thing that nowadays is UI UX and how it looks on and how you can work on this. If it is fast, if it's reliable, you can trust this place. And this is the way where you can discover that. For example, you can highlight anything. You can also have a signature. So let's create one. For example, we can have a photo, we can have a trackpad. Let's have something like, I just created one of it. Press any key to finish. Great. And I finally have my signature. I can put it whenever I want to. For example, here. And voila, we can instantly work on that. So this is the thing, when you have everything in one place. I have never seen, I think, something in close to that, because all the things are combined in the very simple way to look on this. And I'm amused on that when you're working on that, you can work on that with your web application, you can work on that with your phone, so everywhere you want to. And one of the most incredible thing, once more, you can just have PDF share. Create link. That's all. And you can send it to everyone to work on with that. Let's just send it here. We can instantly log in. For example, if your friend has a login to work on this, but here she can instantly save what they have, thumbnails. Everything's in one place. That's the way how the modern PDF work should look like. Everything in one place. Everything is easy and understandable. And for you to know that's even not the half of the things that they can do. For example, you can even upload your handwritten file.
For example, how we can see on these two examples. We can also work with our phones and with our device on the browser. So for example, here we can work on our iPhone and the Google Chrome. So we wanted to extract some data from the image on the TIFF file, so we can make it exactly right from there, and our AI works, and you can see even some English letters have been detected from this file extremely as it's wanted to be. And also on the right side, you can see as we have been scanning the document, scanning the block note with our this is a good day without any that have been eaten, and you can see a lot of the different things. We can add watermark, we can discover how we can work with our AI here, and all of the tools that are here. We can see that it's in the scan files folder, and we can go, for example, to work with our filters. And let's discover which we have. We have black and white that good works on the text, but that remains as it we have. But we can also crop that. We can reverse the changes or make them some different. But let's discover how the synchronization will work here. So we have our computer and we have our phone, and we have the file that we want to upload to the cloud. So we're discovering the folder, uploading, and let's wait a little bit. Yeah, we have it. We can reload on our phone, and you see the thing that we have here, and we can also discover them on the left side, so we can also reload all our files, and here we go, we have the new file. You can also use 4 devices, so all the synchronization will work along them. We can make some changes here. Let's discover maybe some comments, or I think it will be better to have maybe text. Yeah, let's go with this one. Let's take the black one, and let's go with just my favorite, hello. Yeah, it will be just for example, so we'll be see that the changes have been taken, but the font size is really very small. Let's increase that. Okay, gotcha. I think this will be good for our testing. So let's save the file, and let's just reload on our phone. So you see there is nothing here right now. Let's go back and let's reload this one. I think maybe one more time, maybe it was too fast. And let's click, and you see preparation. Here we go. We have everything. Okay, let's go with our next file, with magazine, for example, that we can work.
Like we're having here, upload. We have it. And with optical image recognition, we can also, with the tools, discover what do we have here. You can also set, for example, that's English, paint range, and that's just convert. And then we'll have the file that is completely easable to read by computer vision. So let's just compare that, and that's what we see, just for you to compare. The thing here is how the text is being read. So it's not only that you can see that better, but also the computer can see that. And you can also instantly take, read, or change the words that there are here. This incredible. For some years I have been writing a lot of the conspects. I have been moving them to my online tools. On speaking, I lost them. Like it's the thing why it's important to restore PDF files in the reliable place on speaking. And when I have been doing that, I discovered that the biggest problem is that you cannot read or even take all that text that is reread because it's on some angle and some rotation, and it's not so clear for computer to understand. But this technology just kills this issue, like instantly. Check it out. Check here and here. Like it's this small improvement makes everything for working and reading for computer this text. And it can be, for example, with 50 files. You can instantly, by one click, change all of the things. That's incredible. Nothing to say. Nothing. So wish you to get faster this amazing application. Try, check it out, and check the links down below to see what you can get by downloading this application. Not only the problem solving, but the things that will just help you to live easier. Wishing you all the best. Bye.